I got drug tested right after the game.
I bet you do. I bet you do, because I got a lot of questions.
I ain't trying to do that again, to be honest with you.
I said that.
You know, this might sound like a flex. It's not my first time of LeBron, posting on IG. You know what I mean? So,
yo, this guy's crazy. Yo, what's good, beautiful people? We're back with Air It Out, episode 4. It's time for more. I'm your host, AJ Greene, as always. Got my guy Justin with me.
We have an episode today. We said last week was our best. We have the man coming on the show today. If you watched the games this last weekend, you probably saw his highlights.
As always, we're going to start with our personal favorite segment, Start Bench Cut.
Today, we're going receivers.
Oh, beautiful. Let's go.
This is your bread and butter.
Let's go. I'm ready.
But a little bit of a nuance. We're going with, I don't know if I'm going to call these guys the number 2, the Robin to these guys, Batman. I'm going to say the names. You're going to let me know, and you'll kind of see what I'm saying. All right, so the 3 receivers we got today is Devontae Smith from the Philadelphia Eagles, Garrett Wilson from the New York Jets, and Puka Nacua from the LA Rams.
Don't you just love when you're doing Start Bench Cut and then you list them in the exact order of Start Bench Cut?
So you're going Devontae, Garrett,
Immediate.
Cut, and Puka.
Unfortunately, yes.
All right.
Heisman and Jordan. Come on. I'm sorry, Puka, and I don't really think Puka's playing next week. That fat ejection on his record. Come on, yeah, it's an easy one.
All right, then you're not going to like mine. I'm starting Garrett. I think he's a true number 1. I think even without Adams on the team,
you're gonna bench Devontae over Garrett?
I'm going to bench
You're
Puka.
going to cut Devontae? Yo, this guy's crazy.
Our next guest is not going to be happy about this one either. And then Devontae.
You're going to cut a Heisman Trophy winner.
I'm going to cut a Heisman Trophy winner. I think he's a little bit smaller. Puka's out here punching dudes.
Getting ejected. Love you, but come on out of there.
That's why I got him on the bench, man. He's like a morale, rah-rah guy.
He's going to be on the bench the next week, too. But focus. You're cutting Devontae Smith.
I'm cutting the Slim Reaper. They call him a Slim Reaper. He's 165 pounds.
And what do they call Puka? Nothing.
Don't even
got a nickname.
The scary Terry DJ Moore debate killed me.
You gonna did it again?
All right, well,
No. He's not safe this week. Y'all better get him in the comments.
Yeah. All right, let's jump in. I'm locked in, baby. I'm locked. This is what true professionals do. Let's hop into the next segment, third and short, where we are going to look back at this week's previous games. What do you got your eye on from last week?
Well, I mean, we did our Air It Out looking down the road, and the biggest game we both liked last week was this Packers-Lions game.
Jordan Love looked like he had not played in the rain before in his career. Our boy Jahmyr Gibbs went crazy.
As
David
electric as ever.
Montgomery
As electric as ever.
went crazy. Amon-Ra St. Brown wore Green Bay Sucks. He wore Green Bay Sucks hoodie and then went out and fought every Green Bay defender. The crazy thing about them, though, is that the Detroit Lions, they rarely play in the second half. It's almost like they took their foot off the gas in the second half because they were like, oh, this game isn't close.
A little bit. And that second half of that game right there, that's when I started seeing the Packers lost. Yeah. The first half, the Lions won. The second half, the Packers lost.
I don't think that's a true representation of the Packers. Okay. So for all the hype that the game got before the week, I think, because of injuries, I would like to see them. The second time around is going to be the true test. But that game was crazy. And let's jump to Dallas now and put a little bow on that Packers one. Dallas is in trouble.
Dallas is always in trouble. All right. I bet you Stephen A. Smith came creeping on the screen.
Yeah.
Come on now. Yeah, the little smirk you do this morning. What are they? 3-5 now. I know every graphic designer in the world got the little Cowboys eliminated for the playoffs graphic already made.
Yeah. I got a funny Cowboys story, too. I thought the Cowboys were going to draft me in 2013. They had the 18th overall pick. They invite me to Dallas Cowboys Stadium. They do a pregame dinner with the top 20 guys. That
Yo, bro, we need to watch a highlight tape on one of these episodes.
Yeah, all right.
I always forget you was a first-round pick.
Yeah, man.
We need to watch your tape on one of these boys.
For reference, Saquon went 2nd overall. I went 19th overall. So, if Saquon's, at my position, I was all right.
That's what I'm saying. It's just looking at you now. It's you telling me this is a first-round offensive lineman, bro?
Last year when I went back to the Giants and I re-signed, people thought I was an assistant in the strength coach.
That's what I'm saying.
They thought I was
like a GA, bro.
They thought I was the assistant strength coach. Now I went out there and played left tackle.
Back to the story.
This is how I knew the Cowboys weren't going to draft me. So Jerry Jones, I get invited with the top 20 draft picks. We walk into Dallas Cowboys Stadium. It's got all of our names up on the Jumbotron. And in Jerry's world, it's huge. Have you been there?
Yeah.
It's massive. And it says, welcome to Cowboys Stadium, Jordan Pugh. And I'm like, damn, my name's Justin. Like, they're definitely not drafting me. They got my name wrong. So I've never been a fan of Jerry Jones. Couldn't even get my name right. You know what? Jerry Jones probably doesn't even know who I am.
In that third slot, and a little bit of a hint at who our guest is, we got this Eagles game.
Eagles, Jacksonville. It was a game that should have been
I said
over
Eagles game. I didn't say Eagles, Jaguars game. This was the Eagles game.
It was the all-star game of like the stars of the Eagles. Now, AJ Brown went out and got a little banged up.
Stars aligned this game.
Yeah, he's fine, though. They said AJ Brown knee is good.
Yep.
Now, I know I cut Devontae Smith, but he made one of the greatest catches of, I mean, look, these catches have been rolling in.
And
Garrett Wilson on Thursday.
What did Puka do?
Puka got ejected. I'm going to get killed.
They better get you in these comments. Like I said, y'all better get him in all caps. Maybe even italicize it.
Yeah, I'm in trouble. All right, well, he made an amazing catch. He made the game-winning
catch. Italicize it.
Saquon Barkley.
Dragged it. Saquon Barkley ate his Wheaties.
Was a dog. But Philly got the win. That's all that matters. You win in this league. That is all that matters. They don't ask how. They just ask how many. And Philly is fighting with the Commanders for first place. I never in a million years thought I would say I know the Eagles were going to be there. I just didn't think the Commanders
would be there, yeah. If you haven't guessed by now, man, I told y'all we got the best possible guest this week for this episode.
We got my ex-teammate, current Philadelphia Eagle, Saquon Barkley on the episode.
I appreciate y'all.
Say, everyone that comes on the episode has the game of their career. I mean, dude, you've already had every game of the career, like, as of late, man. You have been putting the NFL on fire. I tweeted out yesterday, you can identify as a wide receiver now because what can't you do out of the backfield with the ball in your hand? It's just like, hey, get you the ball, watch what you do with it. And I tell everybody, if he didn't have guys that were coming straight off the couch blocking for him, he would have done this every time. But, man, thanks for coming on the show.
Nah, thanks for having me. I think you did a pretty good job last year, if you want my honest opinion. But it's been fun. It's been a fun season. Still got some things to clean up. We just went back and watched film. So, those Monday meetings, those film days, you can watch all the highlights, but there's still some stuff you got to clean up and just continue to keep working and get better each week.
What's the name? What's the name of the
play? Come on.
Y'all want to help me? Y'all want to come up with one? Like,
did you get that piss text yet?
I got it right
drug
away.
tested you for sure.
I got drug tests right after the game.
I bet you do. I bet you do, because I got a lot of questions. I'm talking. I seen that. I stood up immediately. I said, "What is he going on?" What music did you listen to before the game?
No bread. We already know no bread.
What did you eat? What order did you put your socks on? Everything. Like, come on, right foot first, left foot first. What did you have going on yesterday?
I don't know. About music, we always go with Rod Wave. We're gonna give a shout out to Rod.
Oh, so they came out in their feelings. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, my feelings a little bit.
Bro was in the middle of the game, literally in his bag.
What really happened was I was gonna hit a double spin. So
I knew
bro.
I saw the spin and you went to do it and you aborted.
Bro, I said the same thing. I said, he went on autopilot and just blacked out.
I aborted it. So when I spun, I went to spin again, and I just it's probably gonna take away from how cool the play is. I really I thought he was going low, so I was just like, I'm gonna be cool if I just jump up, but my body kind of took over. I
promise you, it's not going to take away how cool that. It probably makes it even cooler, to be honest with you, because you could watch it. Like, as a football player, you could know he didn't mean to do that. It's like nothing. Like, he didn't have that game plan in his head. I'm about to hurdle him right now backwards. Like,
this is going on a shoe. Like, Saquon, I know, like, Nike deal, everything. Like,
put it on a T-shirt.
You put it on, T-shirt.
But hey, literally, just do it.
This needs to go on a cleat. Like, this needs to be on a cleat. Like, LeBron James tweeted multiple pictures of this. Like, the most famous man on planet Earth. First off, how does that feel? Me just even hearing that.
This might sound like a flex. It's not my first time of LeBron, posting on IG. You know what I mean? So
it makes
I'm kind of used to it now.
I know.
I'm joking. It's cool, like, especially to make that play in his cleat. It means a lot because LeBron, the legacy of LeBron, how special a player he is and what he's done.
I know I was in New York when Odell made that catch, and that became the iconic. And I was arguing with someone about this the other day about the catch. And you got to play with Odell and how that propelled him and, like, changed the trajectory of his career. I don't want to say, like, this is gonna has a similar effect because you already have done so much throughout your career and, like, everyone already knows who you are. But I feel like this play is, like, it's going to be silhouetted. It's
Yeah,
going to be silhouetted and it's going to be there forever.
This is going to be like the staple. Like when you remember Saquon Barkley, a lot of that other stuff is like, yeah, that was dope. But bro, this one time in 2024, you feel me?
This is NFL Street. We need a name for it. Like, what are people calling it out there right now? I saw this.
I don't know what you could even call it.
I feel like you have to dub it something, man.
That was the oopsie doopsie.
I don't know. I kind of don't want to dub it because I ain't trying to do that again, to be honest with you. Like that's
I said that. I said that.
It can't be done again. That's the thing.
No, he said he don't want to do it. I said that yesterday. I said if I'm a Philly fan, I'm excited and terrified because bro's out here having a mid-season crisis, just trying stuff. Like that's something. Like especially as soon as you landed, boom! I was like, yo, is he good?
When you think about it, though, like all right, O got the catch. Like O can make the one-handed catch multiple times. Kareem hook shot. First of all, I'm not saying my play is on that level, but like I can't really give this a name because like I have no intentions to ever do that again. If it happens again, it happens. But I'm never going to a game like let's do the Barkley or let's do this or let's do that. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna be completely honest.
All right. So moving on a little bit, here's a question for you. We talked enough about football, how awesome the season's been so far. If you weren't playing football, what would you be doing? Sport-wise, maybe not sport-wise. I know a little bit of you off the field. So I don't want to give anything away and steal your answer. Like, if you weren't playing football, what's Saquon Barkley doing every day?
What I'll be doing every day, I'll be golfing. Trying to be the best golfer that I can be, knowing I'm never going to actually be that good and wasting a lot of money and time, but continue to do it. In a career, though, I would love to be on TV. Kind of like Michael Strahan, be able to talk about football, talk about ball, have that side of it, but then also talk about stuff that's going on in the world, talk about life, show a different personality of myself there too.
Who did you just golf with? Just talk with that. Let's go to that.
I got to golf with President Obama. It was it was the coolest moment. Like literally from the beginning, he's on the tee, he's on the range, hitting balls, and I'm walking over there. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, man, like, how am I going to even start this conversation? Like, what should I say?
That's a fact.
And like,
what was the first thing you said to Obama?
I didn't have to say anything. He knew. Obviously, he knew he was playing with me. And he researched. He was asking me questions about my family, questions about where I'm from. Talked to me about Penn State. Talked to me about ball. Gave me so much advice. I think the biggest thing that I took away from playing golf with President Obama was how he treated everybody. Like, how he treated me, how he treated the caddy, how he treated the garbage man, everybody that was just, taking their phone out, trying to take pictures of him. He would go up to all of them, shake their hands, look them in the eye, ask them what their name is. Like he was so personable. It was kind of like I admired it. It was cool. Like I try. Obviously, I'm not on that level, but I have football fans and stuff like that come to me, and I try to make sure I take time on my day. But the way he did it was just like, oh man, there's a whole nother level you can do.
All right, say if you're building your ideal running back, who are you taking right now? Let's go strength to start.
Strength, Earl Campbell.
Speed.
CJ2K.
Vision.
Let's go LaDainian. LT.
Elusiveness.
Barry Sanders.
Quickness.
I'm gonna go Barry again. But if I can't go Barry again, I'll go like Darren Sproles.
Darren Sproles. And then power is the last one.
Power, Eddie George.
Say, I got to ask you one last question. You had a chance to break your career rushing record when you were up in New York 2 weeks ago, and you and Sirianni are on the bench. And I don't want to get too much into all the back stuff, but like just that moment where he sits down next to you and says, "Hey, Saquon, you have a chance to break your record," and you're like, "Hey, I want the young guys to eat." How did that mentality come about? Because me. Like I was going to come back to New York, and I wanted to go out there, and I wanted to beat them every time, and I wanted to put as many points up on the board. Yeah. Is that kind of you mentioned Jalen and some of those conversations and how like deep the conversations in the team go? How did you come to the point where like I don't want to records? I'm not worried about it. I just want to let the young guys do their thing.
One, because I feel like that the opportunity is going to come again. I feel like when you have the mindset and the approach and the work ethic, those opportunities are going to come again. I know the work that Kenny and Will put in, and there's no need. Like job, we did what we had to do. We got in there, got the win. I played at a high level, so why not let my guys that during weeks where I'm playing and I'm taking 20 carries and I'm getting banged up, and I might not take all the reps in practice, or my rep count might be down, and we're using these guys' bodies to go out there and sacrifice themselves for me, so I can be able to go out there and perform at a high level. Why not try to give the opportunity back to them? So it's like, and then another thing, it's like, even coming into that game, it's like, what do I gain from it? Like, going out there and proving a point and breaking a record. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I played well, and we put a whooping on them, but like, we're gonna have to get ready for the Cincinnati Bengals no matter what the week after. That's how football is. It's week to week. You can't get too focused and too locked on until that moment. And that's where I'm at right now, where I was different from when you were teammates with me last year. Obviously, that was kind of a fair, perspective to have of me, or view to have of me, because of everything. But more just all about the process and not too focused on the results, and just locking in and focusing on little things.
Well, Quan, I appreciate you taking the time to jump on with us. I'm telling you, right after I seen that clip, I couldn't wait for this. So thank you for coming on here, making my day, making the audience day.
Man, it was a pleasure, Say. I appreciate you, man. As a teammate, as a guest on our show, we'll get out on the golf course. Remember, I'll get the caddy for you, and then I'm gonna see you next Thursday or 2 Thursdays from now.
Yeah, I'm sliding
for that Eagles Commanders game, man.
For sure, I look forward to it. I appreciate y'all boys, man. Thanks for having me.
Y'all know what I'm going to say. The only way to air it out is by looking downfield. So the next segment, we're going to look downfield at some of the next matchups we're excited to see.
We got a couple really good matchups this week. Starting with Thursday Night Football. I will be at this game at M&T Bank. We have the Baltimore Ravens hosting the Cincinnati Bengals. This game is my most intriguing matchup of the week. Joe Burr. I couldn't do it.
You got to roll the tongue with that.
Joe Burr. Joe Burr.
That's not bad.
Versus the MVP of the NFL. I keep saying Jaden. Lamar is playing on a whole nother level.
He always plays on a whole nother level.
He's going to be the 3-time MVP. I just kind of sneak Jaden in there sometimes. I'll sneak Jared Goff in there sometimes because they're also having great seasons. Don't get me wrong. But Lamar has been playing on another level.
All right, you're chatting. Who you got?
I got
so much
Ravens.
Easier that was right there. Ravens. I got the Ravens too.
Yeah.
Next.
All right, next up, the Steelers and Russell Wilson are playing the Commanders.
Next. Oh, I'm sorry. Who you got?
Let me think about this.
You gotta make things complicated.
No, I got to go to the Commanders.
Okay,
let me get my shout-outs real quick. Let me get my shout-outs in. Dan Quinn might be coach of the year. Head coach. Cliff Kingsbury. The Commanders are going to have to pay that man because he's going to be getting some head coaching jobs. Bobby Johnson, the offensive line coach. All right, the next and last game is the Philadelphia Eagles are playing the Dallas Cowboys.
Eagles. Oh.
Eagles.
I know. Yeah, I know you're taking Eagles.
The Eagles are going to win this game.
You know why I know for a fact you're taking Eagles? Because we just had Saquon Barkley on here, and every time they come on this show, they go ball out again.
All right, so how many yards and touchdowns does Saquon get in the game?
All purpose?
All purpose.
We got to talk all purpose.
Yeah, because you know he catches it.
I'm going 154, about 2 of them. 154 and 2 of them.
We got the biggest name in sports on the biggest stage, making the biggest plays, and he was on our show first. Like, that's big time.
Tough. Total accident, but that's tough.
Yeah.
That's very convenient for us. But
that's
tough.
the air it out effect.
Yeah.
If you're associated with this show, good things are going to happen. So come on down.
Beautiful things. What I hope y'all do today is I need y'all to go down in the comments, say some stuff, subscribe, like, share, all the fancy stuff. Y'all know how YouTube works. Stay beautiful. Deuces.